around that discount, you need your section.
Yeah, I've never been a big believer in it. The other big believer is dropping in Verlander through, I think he's doing 133 or 135. But he's great. I think because of the bullpen and the use of bullpen, now you've taken away the feel for a manager deciding when this guy doesn't have it anymore. You don't get as much good or guy in the bullpen if you would when he was starting at the moment. I think that's what it comes down to. But that's all Ryan's philosophy is. I want my starters high five in the catcher after 9 innings. Before it was like 5 innings, say, hey, that's a great game. 3 is 6 innings quality starts with 3 runs. That's not a problem, but that's a 4.5 ERA. That's okay. If you're still counting on 9 out there, you know, that's what everybody's going to get. But being moving as far as that, but I still feel that a manager's going to feel. I know it's been on here for 4 years, and I try to keep an eye on all. It's just that it can't play so much that way. You've got to keep an eye on it, so that's a little bit different. But when you've been short and your body's bigger, then I believe if you're still getting people out there, you can be shot at 80 pitches. You can be struck down at 80 and be done. Or you go to 150, you're on so good and you still get people out.
I mean, if you're talking amateur, I think it's the thing. I mean, I think that's how you separate people, pitchers, by the guys that can only go 50 pitches. You're going to be elite. You have to be able to throw these and we today have started with your little six. You know, when you're pitching, your man comes out before he gets to the line, he's like this. I mean, what do you say? Most pitchers don't say.
If you guys both signed out of high school, what would be your recommendation? You personally both signed out of high school. What would be your recommendation to a kid, a Pierce kid, or a Dusty kid who had that opportunity in the 2012 draft? What would you say to that type of person, that kid?
Well, I'll tell you what they told me. They said, you can only play for so long. Education lasts a lifetime. Now, you can take that for whatever that means for you. Some people need to go to college, and some people don't. I felt that because of how my family was, I felt that I should play professionally. But there's a lot of people that shouldn't. And I saw a lot of those guys, and they got washed out of the minor league. And they had nothing to fall back on. But I also saw a lot of guys come out of high school, and it's been great. And same thing with college. So I think it's a personal decision. But you can always go back to school. And you cannot play forever.
Yeah, I think a lot of the teams, who you're drafted by, obviously the economics you grow up in your family determines that too. The environment I grew up in Philadelphia with my parents, once I was drafted by the Royals, they gave me the World Series the year before against the Phillies. Great organization, been a winning organization forever. And like I said, I turned down a full scholarship to Duke University, wanted to invest in the school in the country. And I thought I was going to give, I had a 4-year plan, I was going to give it a shot. My dream, if I didn't, I would obviously Duke wasn't going to wait around anymore, but I'd go back to school. But I was determined I was going to roll the dice there, and it's difficult things for high school. A lot of variables come into play. But for me, it was a risk worth taking.
What was your favorite part? Ballpark? Yeah. When I first came up, I was at Fenway Park, and that's why I was close to the top of my list. The history there. I think Wrigley Field has the same feel. But I think when you're a rookie and you're experiencing everything for the first time, like for some reason, the smell of Fenway, I love it. You know, when nobody was in the ballpark, hanging out at the ballpark was great. I think we have a lot of new ballparks that are being built like the old times. You know, Busch Stadium, for example. PNC Ballpark is a beautiful ballpark. Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium was beautiful. I don't know if there was only a few that I didn't like. I should say. hard to play, to be honest with you. You know, I don't think it felt like, you know, Groundhog Day a little bit, you know, like, it was a tough place to play, and, that was probably my main thing. But the people were great. I mean, it was exciting, it was loud, but for some reason, I never got it. Like, I
like that. Fenway is probably, my top three are Fenway Park, Old Yankee Stadium, love taking both those places. Very tough environment. You put a fan for top, you do your mom's thing, they do your grandma's thing. Beautiful. Screaming every word at you. I like that, and I love Camden Yards as well. I love that place. Honestly, when they sell it all the time, it's a little more difficult now going there to Baltimore. It's a tough situation right now. They're not winning. You know, obviously with the economy, people start going, it's still a beautiful ball.
Yeah. How do you like pitching in college?
That place? Yeah. I mean, but the other ball players are best, but the way you see it this year at the All-Star game coming up, it's an unbelievable ballpark. Nobody gets talked about it because, you know, you got PNC, all the other ballparks are great. Kansas City is especially beautiful, and the fans are even better.
What was your worst part?
I didn't like the Mets stuff. I got my leg broken on the line drive and just running down after that way. I don't like Oakland now. Nobody goes there. I didn't like Cleveland Stadium. It is okay. The old Cleveland Stadium is horrendous. All those Major League movies with like 2 people there. Never. You can hear that one person just sitting on the roof almost, and the other person down in the field. Every word they say is that bad. I didn't like that one.
But there's little things that you like about a ballpark. Like, for example, Toronto, I love that mound. I thought it was high. It had a great slope. It was playing. For some reason, I felt so happy. Oakland had I really liked their mound. You know, Wrigley Park is kind of a different and so there's little things you find that you like about a ballpark. But I would say I'll agree with you on that. Like, Kansas City is a beautiful ballpark. I always love pitching there. And what they've done with the whole renovation. So I will say when I pitched last year or 3 years ago, I can't remember, but they did some renovations. They couldn't find the ball with the strike there. There's so many different things on the wall. It wasn't until last year because I couldn't find, like, it was confusing, you know, Wrigley Field, you know exactly where the ball and strikes are. But another great place where I didn't get a chance to play a lot of games growing up, but Dodger Stadium is actually a really fun place. Thanks.
Is anybody else have any questions?
You had a big win in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, my first playoff game ever.
I know.
My first playoff game ever.
I remember.
At home. I guess we got back to Commissioner.
The hot quarterback, like the Green Bay Packers. You know what? I wouldn't.
Not in L.A.
Right now. But I'm in a group. South Ripon, we own about 6 or 7 minor league teams, so that's a little bit of that feel. So it's pretty cool. Just to put the groundwork up. You got kids in A-ball, like I mentioned. 2 or 3 of them may end up being stars. The other kids are just playing for their love of the game. So yeah, to me it's very unique situation to play a game like that.
Who's the best manager you like the most to play for?
Well, I mean, the number of I played with, there were teammates from Talmadge Ray, from John Walker, Bob Boone, but our manager we won the World Series, Dick Hauser, passed away from the race room. Shortly after we won the World Series, was the best. He's one of those guys, like social this way too, absorbs the negative and passes on the positive. So I think that's so important. I think Tony LaRouche is pretty good with that. I don't know, from afar, he was my manager in the All-Star game in '89. Very